2018 Exam 2 Core Recursion and Financial Modeling, Question 6. Okay, so Julia has retired with a superannuation payment of this, and she's going to take that money in a perpetuity. Now, it says in the notes here that most people don't understand perpetuities. Perpetuities mean they go forever. So the money you had at the start of the year should be the money you have at the end of the year. And she's going to get a payment of $887.04 a fortnight for the rest of her life. That's what perpetuity means. What is the annual percentage rate in interest earned by this perpetuity? Hit your financial solver for this one, of course. Now, the n doesn't matter. You can put in any value for this because it's going to go forever. You could put in 1, you could put a billion, it doesn't matter. Now, she's investing the money, so we put a negative because she's given the money to the bank, and she's getting a payment of $887.04, and the final value should be a positive and exactly the same number. And then because it was fortnightly, 2626, and then you hit the calculator, and it comes out beautifully at 4.68%. So just make sure you understand a bit more about perpetuities, particularly the fact that the n doesn't matter and that these two numbers are equal. They're opposite because you put the money in the bank at the beginning of the year and then you take it out at the end of the year, but it should be the same value, just opposite direction. Okay, we've got annuity and perpetuity here. And so let's take a moment to pause and talk about the differences between those two things. So in a perpetuity, right, you start off here, say V0, and you receive some payments. So your amount of money you have goes down, but then you get some interest, which exactly balances it out. So you get V1. And so the process just repeats. So if you're at V1 there, and then you'll get some payments, like so. Payments will go down, but your interest will take you back up, and now you're at V2. That's what happens with the perpetuity. So the payments and the interest are exactly equal. But let's think about an annuity. So in an annuity, you start off here at V0, and you get bigger payments. So yay, more payments. But then your interest isn't enough to cover the difference. So V1 is now there. And so if you start there and you get some payment, again, another bigger payment than you would with a perpetuity, but your interest only takes you back to here, and now this is V2. So can you see, with a perpetuity, constant value, but with an annuity, you're gradually drifting down to 0. All right, so you can calculate the interest through looking at the difference between the payment and the difference between V0, V1, or V1, V2. And we're going to have a look at that in a minute. I'm going to have to delete all that. So you pause the video, copy that down, that diagram, and that might help you out a lot. Just to bear with me while I rub all that off. Because we need some space. Now, we're clear everything out of your calculator, all right? Because this has gone monthly, 4.32%. Underneath the calculator, we had this value for the final value because we want to work out the monthly payment. So 12 payments at 4.32, still giving the same money to the bank. Our final value was given to us at the end of the first year. That's how we knew it was 12 payments. Monthly, hit the payment button, you get this value. And so you know that the answer is 2,800 in dollars. I think if you put 0.00, you might have lost the mark, but it didn't say anything about that or whether anyone actually did that. Now, remember what we're trying to do in this next part. We are got to work out the interest, not the rate, the amount of interest in the second year. And so basically, we've got V1 at this level. We go down because of payments, and then we go up because of interest, and that gives us V2. So what have we got so far? Well, we know the payments are 12 times 2,800 because we worked that out before, and that equals $33,600. So we know the height of the payments. We also know what V1 is. That was $480,242.25. So if we need to work out V2, because if we get V2, we can work on this little gap here. So if we take the payments and minus that little gap, what's left is the interest, which is what we want. So we hit our calculator again, and we do 24 for the payments because it's in the second year, and keep the interest rate this the same, still paying that money to the bank. There's our payment. Don't worry about the decimal places, it doesn't make any difference. Monthly. Final value V2 at the end of the second year is going to be 467,131.13. And so we've got to find the difference between those two, and the difference between those two is actually $13,111.12. So the difference between this and this is the difference between this and this, which leaves us just with the interest rate. So 33,600 minus 13,111.12 gives us a final total of $20,488.88. Don't forget your dollar sign. If you've done it another way, you might have got a 9 there. They said that was okay, but quite a tricky one. Take your time, attack this question properly, because not a huge number of people got this right. A lot of people only, 80% of people got nothing, absolutely zero. Wow. And only 11% got the full mark. So think about what's happened in there. Think about the difference between an annuity and a perpetuity. They love to ask that one.